Money Radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
Darn it. Another nice day in Seattle. Darn it.
Yeah, sure.
Darn it. That means that the phone calls are going to be light again. I can just feel it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I should think positively and think that people are going to just come out of the woodwork. They're going to pull over in their cars so they don't crash into their neighbor, and they're going to dial 855-935-TALK to talk about money. About all kinds of things to do with money. I know the bulk of what we talk about is investing, but that doesn't have to be all of it. There's more stuff. There's more to life than mere money.
I don't know the reference, but it's funny.
It's not. It's just now.
Okay.
That was
a reference.
Don McDonald. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Talking Real Money. I am Don McDonald. That is Tom Cock. We are actually once again in the same room. Very weird. Because I know I've been traveling across the country for 40 days and 40 nights, wandering in the wilderness. But really, I don't feel like I took a vacation until like yesterday.
Hey, you've been still on the go.
When Tom is moving into his new house, we're going to talk about real estate in a minute.
God.
Yeah.
Had to dig around to find a pair of shorts today, so good for that.
So Don got out of the house because we were staying with Tom, and we moved into the Westin Bellevue for a couple of nights.
Good idea. You got any room?
And we had suite nights, so we got upgraded, and heavenly. They have the heavenly bed, but it was heavenly. Had a lovely breakfast downstairs in the Westin, and I want to say hi, JoJo and company. You guys were very nice to me. Great omelet. Then you know what I did yesterday? Oh, before we get into the show, this is so much fun. I forgot about this. You know what I did yesterday for fun?
I really don't, because I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah.
I set up an appointment, and I've been meaning to do this for the better part of a year.
It wasn't the hair, obviously.
No, I got the Flowbee for that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I set up an appointment at the Apple store at Bellevue Square because it's right across the street.
Really smart people at the Apple store. Sure.
Yeah, I set up an appointment for a demo of the Apple Vision Pro.
Is that the headset thing?
The headset thing.
I think I'd be scared I'd fall over something and hurt
myself. I got to tell you, well, one, they have a chair for you.
Oh, okay.
So you don't.
Good idea.
I read about it, watched some videos about it. Wasn't sure it would be all that impressive until I did it. You cannot imagine how incredible the experience is until you actually try it.
Apple paid nothing for that.
They paid
celebrity
nothing. As a matter of fact, if I get one, and I'm thinking about it now.
Really? Wow.
I'm going to spend $3,500.
And what sort of, are you like playing a game?
No.
Are you walking through the woods?
No. Oh, that's it. For example.
You can go walk. We got woods here. I can take you out anytime you like.
Yeah,
so.
But if I'm in Florida and it's 99 degrees outside, I can sit in my nice, cool office, put the headset on, and literally be on the shore of a lake next to Lake Hood.
Which I don't know that one either.
It's so gorgeous. And you turn your head and you could look up at the sky. You can look behind you.
You know what? You're welcome to come out to the new place today, and you can do the same thing.
I'm coming out to the new place. The other thing, though, that was the coolest was I brought my iPhone in, and on there I have all these old panoramic pictures I've taken. You take a panoramic picture, and but when you look at it on your screen, it's like, okay, it's a big, long picture. You put it in the Apple Vision Pro, and you're in the place. It brings
that to life.
In 180 degrees. It's like Cinerama. And you're in the place where you took the picture.
So this relates to money because it's $3,500.
It's $3,500.
That's a lot of money.
It's brand new tech.
Wow.
But I have to tell you, I kept getting chills because it was so amazing. And for productivity, I can bring, if I'm tired of looking at the screen because, your neck gets, I can bring up my computer screen while I'm editing audio, and it can fill my vision in front of me.
And then you're just using your hands, but you can't see your hands.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can.
It knows your hands.
Wow.
It's so smart. It knows your hands, and it brings your hands up.
Okay, you're really worrying me now.
And you can use a keyboard.
Okay.
It's very cool. Anyway, it's very cool. Just wanted to share that. It was
That's very cool.
If you thought, if you like cool new technology, it's even if you don't buy it,
and nobody likes it more than Don.
Nobody likes it more than Don. Yeah. Go try it. It will blow you away. I mean, there's one part of the demo.
Yes.
Where she said, put your finger out. And there's a butterfly in front of me flitting around in 3D. I put my finger out. The butterfly lands on my finger.
Okay, that's weird.
And then I move my finger, and the butterfly stays on my finger.
Can I invite you to join the one where the lion comes up and snaps your whole wrist off?
Oh, wait. The rhinoceroses in
get
3D
Wow.
came right up to my face.
That's nerve-wracking. Don't do that.
It was so cool. Anyway, welcome to Talking Real Money. We're going to talk about real estate in a minute. Ooh, things are changing. 855-935-TALK.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
In medicine, a second opinion might save your life. With investing, a second opinion might save your future. The trick is getting one without a high-pressure sales pitch. Well, I'm Don McDonald, and if you've been listening to Talking Real Money, you know that our goal is to help everyone create a brighter future by investing and managing money better. That's why, in addition to helping everyone on our show and podcast, we are also committed to making our 100% fiduciary advisors at Appella available to help everyone make the best financial decisions based on science. So if you're being pitched a financial product or a system, make sure you get a second opinion with no cost, no obligation, and no annoying sales pitch by going to TalkingRealMoney.com or call 800-386-3004. That's 800-386-3004 or TalkingRealMoney.com.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
Oh, it's nice to be in a cooler climate. It really is. So much cooler than Florida here.
You laughed when you said it's going to be a hot day and 80 degrees.
Oh, you guys are just weather wimps.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. No, they're just 90s every day with 90% humidity. Every day from May until October.
No way. Couldn't make it. No wonder you're here.
Anyway, we're here to talk about money, and one of the big financial things we do in our lives is, like Tom, buys a lot of houses.
Just stocking them up.
Buying houses left and right.
Yeah.
And today is an interesting day for Tom because Tom is getting ready to put his other house on the market.
Yeah. Oh, should we advertise the price? No, kidding.
Well, no, Tom's getting ready to sell his house. If you want Tom's house and Don's Airstream, we're selling both of those right now.
That's a good point.
But today, when are you signing the contract on the new house?
I think Monday.
So you have to sign
and make this decision.
The new real estate contract.
That's right.
Where the commission used to be you would list your house and you would pay a 5 or 6% commission, and then the selling agent would split that with the buying agent.
That's correct.
And they would advertise that. Now they're no longer allowed to advertise that split. And so my understanding was that the buyers and the sellers are now on their own, but that's not the way it works, you understand?
Because
if I was a buyer, I don't have to pay my buyer agent.
Correct. But the decision beforehand, if you're the lister.
Yeah, you're the lister. In your case, you're the lister.
In my case, I have to decide how much I'm going to give my real estate person and how much we're going to pay somebody else ahead of time.
Well, in your case, how much to give your real estate person should be really easy to negotiate because it's your daughter.
That's true.
But how do you determine how much to pay the buyer's agent?
Here's the way I'm here, because you just mentioned 5 or 6%. So I feel like if you get a whole lot cheaper than that, then aren't they going to
show your house?
People always find out. I mean, they don't because they're not going to put the number up on MLS.
Exactly.
But they find out.
It used to be you could say 3% to buyer's agent in the MLS.
That's
now
right.
That is not allowed, correct?
Yeah, exactly. But people, like everything else, you think it's a big secret. People know what's going on. Come on. It's not that. They'll find out what you're
as the National Association of Realtors says, just find another way to tell them.
Smoke signals or something? But okay, my question to anybody listening, in the business or not, is how much should
commissions be?
What should I pay? Because I'll tell you right now, I think mine's going to be 3 for both.
Both sides.
Yeah. Is that enough? Is that
that's the question. Right. And I think that's a great question. And you can chime in if you want at 855-935-TALK. But here's the thing. When I was a stockbroker, it was the end of the 8.5% loaded mutual funds, 8.5%.
How did you ever leave that? Come on.
And then we got to 5.5 or 5 3/4.
Yeah. Okay.
And I still thought and I still think those are too high. Those are ridiculous commissions. Yeah. The real estate commission used to be 7. Now it's slipped down to 5 or 6. But I personally, and I'm going to get in trouble with realtors because they say, whoa, or real estate agents, they say, we work really hard. Well, everybody works really hard at their job. That argument is spurious.
Kind of,
I think 6 or 5 is too much.
In my case, my daughter, my daughter has worked. I mean, because we've talked about this. The deferred maintenance on my home has taken the better part of a month to fix.
Yeah, but who's been doing all that?
She found people. She did all that stuff.
Yeah, but okay. So, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Your house is going to be listed for 1.
Do I have to say?
Yeah, 1.9. Right?
Okay, yeah, all right.
It's Seattle.
I know.
I mean, dude, my $350,000 house that I bought years ago is worth 1.3. I don't know why.
Okay. I hate bringing that. I hate making that public because then it's like, because you're going to throw the rich guy thing at me again.
Dude, they can go look it up.
All right, that's true. It's not hard. Yeah,
it's not hard.
By the way, our friend Paul Merriman's house is listed too. So if you want to look that up and talk about
can buy everybody's house.
Paul Merriman slept here.
So 1.9%.
Yeah.
Or $1.9 million.
Yep.
At 5% is $100,000.
Not going to do that.
So that's what I want you to hold on. But I have a question embedded in here.
Yeah.
So if your daughter was the selling agent, she splits half of that between her and her agents. Oh no, she's the listing agent. Yeah. She doesn't sell it. But she would split half of $47,000. Yep. So $23,000.
Yeah.
She would split $23,000. Yeah. Now I want you to and every real estate agent out there to honestly answer this question. How many hours do you put in for that $20,000? Because at 200, I guarantee you, I've listed houses before. I've never seen a real estate agent put in 200 hours of work.
That would be a lot. Yeah.
200 hours.
Yes, that would be a lot.
That means just
that's
doing
100 an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's doing nothing but working for you. So doesn't that seem
for
like
a period of 5 weeks? Yes, that would be a
ridiculously high compensation?
Does it? I mean, yes, it does. Okay. So, but that wasn't my question. My question is, what is fair then? How much should you pay someone? I'm asking you. Because I've already agreed to the 3% divided between the two of them.
3 seems a lot more fair to me.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's still going to be a lot of money.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge paycheck. But I think to some degree, you're right in that.
If you don't pay the person bringing someone to your house,
they're going to go to the other house.
I guarantee it.
Yeah,
it's just human nature. So you can say you're not going to, but I think you'll.
But anyway, all that changes now. So it makes
today's the day. Actually.
It makes life a little bit more complicated for the people buying and selling real estate.
Bingo.
And it's really more of a change. I think we're going to get used to it. I also have predicted for years that the real estate sales industry is going to have a giant shake up. And I think this could be the beginning of that.
Yeah, I think what'll happen is this is a well-known number. When the market goes up in terms of value, the activity, a lot more people get in the business. When it goes down, as it's inevitably doing now, it's softening to some extent because of higher rates, fewer people, this will make that exodus go faster. I'll put it that way.
So basically, change is inevitable.
Indeed it is.
Live with it. 855-935-TALK is our phone number. Steve, thanks for calling and welcome to the show.
Hey, Don, how are you, Tom, today?
Doing well, sir. We're doing well. What's up?
Well, I gave you a call a few weeks ago, and I had asked you a question about, I think I preempted my question with I agree with the don't peek method.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if there was an opportunity for a fraudster to take over your 401 or your brokerage account, and if you don't know about it in a certain time, then, are you out of luck? And you had a particular answer. And then a couple of callers later, Herb Westbaum called in and said, because you had told me, no, you're fine, not to worry about your 401 account. Mine was Empower. Mm-hmm. And then Herb Westbaum called a couple of callers later and seemed to contradict what you said. I just wondered if your opinion had changed. Whereas if someone, my voice is my password or whatever, is able to get into your account and to withdraw your money, do you have any recourse?
Okay, there's two different things there, though, because I think Herb had said regular brokerage accounts have been more vulnerable, not ERISA employer-sponsored plans.
And the other thing is that this was something we're gonna talk a little bit about later. We were planning to talk about, and that is that I in this environment, given all the identity thieving going on, it behooves all of us, and I think I can't imagine a single brokerage firm or 401k custodian that doesn't have the two-factor login. Two-factor login is going to save 99.9999999% of that.
Tom and Don are talking real money. For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
One of the biggest problems we have as podcasters and talk show hosts is answering questions that defy absolutes. We have to paint with a big, broad brush. And when it comes to your retirement account, your 401k, even your brokerage account, stealing your identity to get into those, it's still very hard to do. Can it be done? Yes. Are there steps you should take to protect yourself? Yes. Are they foolproof? No.
That said, I don't think none of our clients, I've
never heard
of anybody getting hacked into their brokerage account at Charles Schwab.
Nope,
and having
never
money
heard of
stolen. And I know Schwab spends, well, that was a couple of years ago, $50 million a year trying to hack their own systems.
Mm-hmm.
So they spend a lot of time on this. So do I worry about it? Always.
Well, I think about it?
No, I don't think about it all the time because we have people that do that. So.
And we tend to forget when we get all hung up on the ease of hacking technology. In fact, I've talked to people who said, well, I'm just not going to make any payments online because they can hack those. I'm just going to send checks. Well,
checks are worse.
Those are more easily hacked than your online account.
Indeed, they are. So that would be a bad idea.
There's no solution. I guess the answer is everything we do involves taking some risk.
If you're nervous about those two things, I'd try Bitcoin. I think you'd find more security there.
Okay. Once again, for those of you who don't get his humor, he's kidding. A couple of people are going, Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm going to go get that because everybody says it's safer. No, it's definitely
in fact, we know a well-known firm, not going to say the name.
Why not?
That is because I don't want to get in trouble. That was in the business of Bitcoin et al. And lost $100 million to fraud themselves. Mm-hmm. Themselves. $100 million. I mean, crazy.
Okay. When you create a currency, in air quotes, that is best used for fraudulent activity and you get defrauded, how can you be surprised?
That's double fraud, so no fraud, isn't it?
Double negative.
Anyway,
that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. And about the real estate thing.
Yes.
It's like pretty much everything else, particularly when it comes to services. When you're buying services, you should negotiate a little.
Yeah, most people do not.
No, but you can in almost any aspect.
I think that's true. And in this case, especially now when the boundaries are being tested a little bit here, right? When the old days, people would have said, no, my deal's my deal. Now I think they're more likely to say, yeah, okay, I'll take less. So.
Oh, yeah, because they're afraid of losing a lot more.
And there's so few listings.
Right. So. And in this environment, there are few listings.
Yeah. I hope there's very few come next Wednesday.
Well, I think you're still good. I
think we are. Yeah. Now, next week after that, it's trouble.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Well,
the closer you get to the election, the weirder people
get.
God's
sakes, please.
The weirder people get.
I know. It's
we
a
get
thing.
weird every presidential election
cycle. Can I vote now and then I want it to be weird for the next 2 months?
No, because you still have people who aren't voting yet. So they're still in play.
Oh, those people that won't vote by mail? Because anyway, don't get me going there. It's going to sound political, but it's not.
It does sound political, but it's silly. Not. No, I get it. Again.
Oh, by the way, I saw you dropped off your ballot.
Did you see what kind of ballot it was?
I took them and put them in the shredder, so I didn't really look. So sorry.
No, did you see what my ballot was?
No.
Mine was a Florida primary ballot.
Yeah.
It's the Florida local primaries.
Yeah. And when was the vote?
It's coming up the end of August.
You'll never get there by then. To Florida?
No. Okay. And did you notice that mine was a Republican ballot?
I did not. I didn't look at them.
Yeah. I mean, I tease him about being a registered Republican.
Which is not
I've
true,
been a
by the way.
registered Republican
Not
for
true.
most of my life. He's a registered nothing.
I have no allegiance to either party.
Well, see, I
Never
like
have.
being a part of the process.
Okay, then go ahead. I've never have. So
You can't participate in the primary unless you see.
that's
so
it's
you're just
open primary in the great state of Washington, so I can do what I
that's
like.
right.
So.
You can do whatever you want.
That's
See, in Florida, we close everything off. We don't want anybody participating. No participation for you.
Don't you get a medal for that? The non-participation medal?
You do. Yeah.
Sorry. That was
Oh,
too
no,
easy.
that's the participation
Oh,
medal.
wow. Okay. I was trying. I was always hoping. Anyway, yes, if you're buying or selling, you should be prepared to negotiate with your agent/realtor.
The times they are a changing.
Indeed.
But I think you're right. I think we'll still see selling agents paying a portion to the buyer agent because for some reason buyers, even though it's the same thing, it's the same money, they don't want to have to pay a commission. I mean, that commission can come out of the house,
It could.
which is where it comes from the other side.
Indeed.
But it's all in the way we pay it. It's like paying our taxes. They're withheld, so I don't notice them. If I had to pay them, I would hate them. See how that works? 855-935-8255 is our phone number. Of course, we have lines open. It's nice out.
Tom and Don are talking real money. Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
It's Talking Real Money time. Hello, everyone. Don here, Tom there, you there. Thanks for being there. We appreciate you being there. Call us if you've got a question about money, because it's really easy to ask us on Saturdays from noon to 2 Pacific time at 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. Also, our lovely listeners from around the world send questions into us at talkingrealmoney.com. Some of them are spoken through a device mic of some kind. Others are typed. Like this one's
This
typed.
one comes from Stillwater, Minnesota, from John.
Okay.
He says, hello. You
Hello.
often reference using BND for the bond portion of your portfolio. I was wondering if a portion of the bond allocation should be using a TIPS bond ETF like TIP. Seems like most generic portfolios don't include TIPS, and I was wondering if this is recency bias because prior to 2021 we had such a period of low inflation, or if there's another reason TIPS aren't needed as part of a bond allocation of a portfolio. That from John.
You know, we go back and forth and back on the need for another inflation hedge.
Okay, explain what a TIP is first.
Treasury Inflation Protected Security.
Yeah.
It is a security issued by the U.S. Treasury that sometimes has a fixed rate, and then it has an inflation adjustment on top of that.
Every 6 months, it readjusts for unexpected inflation.
Right. And again, we do not, there are no perfect absolute answers in this business. So we are always rethinking things, reconsidering. And one of the things that we forget when it comes to inflation protection is stocks, owning equities in your portfolio actually provides quite the hedge against inflation, as we've seen.
They've done okay despite very high inflation. I mean, wasn't it 9% a couple of years ago?
Why did they do okay despite high inflation?
I believe they raised their prices.
Exactly. So could you have them? Sure. Do we expect much from them? Nothing, unless we have a high inflationary environment. And that's what makes stocks a little bit more special, because our expectation is in a high inflation environment, you're going to get a little bit of protection. But in a low inflation environment, companies still grow.
Yeah. So back to the question. Do you need to add Treasury inflation protected securities to a bond portfolio? And the answer is probably not. Again, you could. And I think if you looked at the long haul, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. As you know, also from listening to the program, we try to keep it pretty simple for most people. If you have a private asset manager and they're using TIPS, that's probably okay because they're doing it.
They're doing it as a tiny little portion of the portfolio, probably, if they're good at this.
Yeah. And so Do I think you need to run out and sell, some percentage of your total bond, which is what the BND, that's the Vanguard Total Bond Exchange Traded Fund? No, I don't think you need to do that. One other quick reminder is, as you know, in a general sense, we don't want you to own fixed income in taxable environments. You really don't want to have tips in the taxable.
You really don't.
Because that's even worse.
Because there's zero coupon.
Exactly. So you're going to pay a pretty hefty tax bill if you faced that. So anyway, so that would be something to consider. So yeah, I don't think I'd be racing off and buying them tomorrow.
Yeah. Over the past decade or so, they have, because of inflation and because of the big beating that bonds took, the hit they took in 2022, tips have done better. They actually have done better. So there's no recency bias.
You don't hear much
there.
about them anymore.
But they've done better over a long period of time. But lately they haven't done better because inflation's been coming down. So they're a hedge. I guess what we're trying to say is we don't want this to get too complicated.
It sounds like it is.
Right. I mean, if we were to, and this is one of the issues that I've had with, and I love him, with like Paul. When you get somebody into
he has a 3-fund portfolio.
I know,
now.
but the other portfolios, when you're saying get a 10 or 12 or 14 fund portfolios,
found out people didn't do them.
They don't do them.
Yeah,
you're not going to rebalance those.
Yeah,
things are going to get out of whack. The only way and again, when you have an advisor, you're going to have some of those in your portfolio probably, but it's going to be a little bit, and they're going to always be managed and rebalanced.
And they're doing the work.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Very fair.
So do we like them? Sure. Do you need them? We think they fit in a little bit. Yeah, but you need them now. 855-935-8255. That's talk at the end. 855-935-TALK. Call us now.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
Do you suffer from hodgepodgeitis? I'm Don McDonald, and hodgepodgeitis is a disease of your investment portfolio whose symptoms include lots of stocks, loads of random loaded mutual funds, and maybe an annuity or two. Most who suffer from hodgepodgeitis dread opening their quarterly portfolio statements. They feel lost and confused. Investing seems overwhelming and the financial future uncertain. If you believe you suffer from hodgepodgeitis, see a 100% fiduciary investment advisor immediately. A proper diagnosis is the first step to creating a portfolio with a purpose based on a personal plan. Start on the road to recovery now by scheduling a free meeting with an Appella advisor at TalkingRealMoney.com. There is no cost, obligation, or high-pressure sales pitch. Take the first step at TalkingRealMoney.com or call 800-386-3004. Hodgepodgeitis is not a real disease, but treating it has been shown to improve mood, reduce fear, and even lead to a brighter financial future. Results may vary.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
Welcome back to the only financial show that we know of that is actually going to tell you the truth about money. We listened to I think we've listened pretty much to all of them, haven't we?
No.
Most of them in this market.
In this market.
In the Puget Sound area. We've listened to them, and we believe that most of them prevaricate.
They act out of self-interest.
We think they prevaricate a little, too. I didn't call them the L word. Means the same thing. They'd have to look that up in their thesaurus.
That there would.
855-935-TALK is our phone number if you'd like to talk with us about your money. We'd love to help. We do that and have done that for decades. So let's do that with Peggy. Peggy, welcome to Talking Real Money.
Well, thank you. Hi.
Hi.
I listen to you guys every Saturday.
Thank you. What's up?
So I have 3 sources of passive income. I have my retirement, I have my CA disability, and I have Social Security.
Okay.
And I think my bills come to just about $1,200 a month. And pretty much, I'll be honest with you, my saving skills suck. I don't put it away, and I just blow it and wait for the next check to come in. And I know I should be doing something with it, but I have no clue.
How much money are we talking about?
Close to $6,000 a month.
And you're eventually spending this, or is this sort of money that's the question. How long until you could need that $6,000?
I don't know. I mean, I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. I just, I spend a lot on clothes and crap like that, stuff for the property. I'm just wondering.
She recognizes it.
Putting some of that away, or
well, okay, it may be. I mean, here's the issue: is if it's money could need in the next 3 to 4 to 5 years, then I'd say just a high yield savings account. If it's money that you're pretty unlikely not to need, then I would be more in favor of knowing what your ratio is between stocks and bonds and investing it that way for the longer haul, short-term money versus longer-term money.
Yeah, because, and again, the reason we can't really tell you exactly how to do it is because this is where we differ from all those other people in this business. We don't believe in telling people what to do with their money until we know what they need their money to do for them.
Oh, I see. Well, to be honest with you, the only thing I could see needing to put my money away for would be equipment for the farm.
Mm-hmm. But then that would be a short-term need. So what we'd have to do is sit down and figure out how much that need might be.
Here's another idea. If this was my money today, right now, I would go open a high-yield savings account and go to bankrate.com, see the best deals.
Yep.
I would never leave this in a bank because the banks are paying you nothing, even the credit unions. I would immediately move that over to the high-yield savings. And then maybe at the end of 6 months or a year, see what I have there and then say, look, I'm never going to need any more than X. Then you could take the other part and invest it in something that's longer term. That might be the easier way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so bankrate.com?
Yeah, just go look for some high-yield savings because then at least you'll be earning something. I love, like, for example, I set up an account years ago with Bread Financial, which is used to be...
Your dough really rose on that one?
Yeah,
okay.
I knew he was going to do that.
Sorry.
And I've loved the 5% return I'm getting on my cash, on my emergency money.
Yeah.
And when I need it, I just move it to my checking account. 2 or 3 days later, it's sitting there and I can spend it.
Awesome.
It's lovely.
But that's... Yeah,
okay.
You're welcome. I mean, this is, and thank you, Peggy, inefficiency or sort of, not finding time to do these things, they're really costly. And this is why there's like $17 trillion in banks that's basically making nothing. And in a world that still, despite if you believe everybody, next month we're going to see the Federal Reserve reduce rates, you could be still making like 5% on the short-term money. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. But here's the thing that's so important to remember, because a lot of people think, oh, I can make 5% right now, so why should I invest?
Good point.
It's only for now. I mean, the 5% is, you can count on it until maybe Monday.
Well, you can already see the CD rates, anything longer than 3 is already under 3.
And the high-yield savings rates can adjust instantly.
Yep.
Every single day, those rates can adjust up or down. And let's see, which is more likely going forward?
I'm going to say
down.
Yeah.
Exactly, because we have lower inflation now. The economy has stabilized a little.
I think that's fair.
I mean, when you have inflation at 3 and retail sales rising by 1, that's actually a sign of a pretty good economy.
And you still have historically a very strong job market, even though that's softened, I guess, a little bit. So
it's still plenty strong. Ask any employer in America how weak the job market is. Are you having trouble finding employees?
I think it's better than it was, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, but still, employers, particularly at the lower end of the pay scale,
right,
are still having a devil of a time finding good employees. So you know that unemployment can't be that high.
Yeah,
people aren't hungry. They're not hungry.
Man, 4.3% is still a low rate.
And again, I'm generalizing. Of course, there are hungry people in the world. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm
saying hungry
for a job, hungry for whatever job they can get.
Yep.
And we're still not seeing that. So the economy is still pretty good. And again, we don't really care when it comes to investing. If we're talking about investing, the economy can be weak. The economy can be strong because your investments don't react to what has just happened. This is so crucial to remember, particularly going into a presidential election. The markets don't react to what has happened. They anticipate.
Yeah. And so now confidence is higher again because you just mentioned retail sales are decent. Hiring is okay, not way too high, not way too low. And so, again, the people that trade equities, stocks, believe things are looking better than they were just a couple weeks ago.
Which is why you see stock prices.
Yeah.
They've recovered really nicely from that little bit of a downturn, and it really was a little tiny,
very short
time.
That's
such a blip that no one will remember that even 6 months from now.
When you go back and you remember December 20? No,
yeah.
I don't remember that.
I mean, seriously, you remember COVID, right?
Yeah,
you remember that. Do you remember the decline in March of 2020?
No, most people do not.
Most people do not remember that because it was fast. It's furious, but it was fast,
and it was over.
I mean. We still talk about 87, but 87 was like furious.
That was 23%.
Yeah, it was huge, but it was fast.
It was fast. And
it didn't really impact us much.
I think the one that will people will stick with that one because
remember
you saw the fallout from that in the aforementioned real estate, jobs, all those things. It took people years to come back from
08 will probably come in the historical memory second to 29.
I think that's right. The Great Recession.
Yeah, it'll come in second to 29 in our collective century-plus memory.
It was a bad time.
But otherwise, these things just come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Economic developments come and go. Things go up, things go down, things go sideways, things go around, things go wherever. And the reality has been, and this is what you need to remember to get you through all of this. Has the economy of human beings over the last 8,000 years grown larger or declined?
And you're the only guy who can know that because you've been here 8,000 years?
I've read about it. 855-935-TALK. Call.
Tom and Don are talking real money. For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
Apple. I've got an idea for you. Apple. You know the Vision Pro thing I was talking about at the top of the hour that I went and tried at the Apple Store in Bellevue? Thank you, Apple Store in Bellevue. You guys were so nice. It was really a great experience. But there was a brief part of the demo where they take you to Africa and you're in the middle of this herd of elephants running by you in 3D with the sound, and it was unbelievable. And then these rhinos come up to you, and I actually said, "Oh, hi, little rhinos." I spoke to them like they were really there. Apple. You need to do this. You need to do an interactive African safari. And then the $3,500 is so worth it because I know Tom spent much more than that.
That is true.
To go to actual Africa.
Yeah, that's true.
And if I could do it from my air-conditioned home.
Yeah, but then you don't get to ride in the back of the cold Range Rover. You don't get to go on those bouncy roads, all that stuff.
Good. I'm good with that.
Oh, okay.
And the price.
Yeah, the price.
I'm really good with that part.
$3,500 is
compared
substantially less.
Substantially?
We're not going there. We're not going there.
Come on. How much is it? How much?
Less.
How much is it? Come on.
Or maybe squeeze out how much I'm asking for my house. I
already got that. I got that. Yeah. Debbie would kill me if I didn't plug this. I'm such a bad person. Okay, she sent me a text. Here's what the text says. Yes. Airstream. 1989 vintage restored beautifully. Come see Stella next Saturday, August 24th from 11 to 3 p.m. and put in a bid on this once in a lifetime opportunity to own a piece of Talking Real Money history.
Wait.
She wrote this.
It's good. Does it say Don McDonald slept here on the outside of it?
Yeah, you should be sleeping in my bed. That was my old ad for when I did Tempur-Pedic ads on the radio.
Great line.
Yeah.
All right. It's kidding aside, you are selling the Airstream.
Yes. And we're going to actually, if it gets, we took it to the Airstream Adventures in Milton.
Yes. Milltown.
Used to be Milltown. We took it there because there were a couple of minor things. There was a valve leak, and then I found out the exhaust fan in the bathroom wasn't working, so I'm going to have that replaced.
Okay.
So I'm just getting all the little final tweaks done.
Yeah. Deferred maintenance.
Yeah, well, we kind of did stuff along the way, but it's been mostly restored to like its original. It even has the original stripe colors. polished, beautiful.
I just saw it. It's beautiful, yeah.
So
it reminds me of the B29, that polished metal.
It's that polished metal.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
that's right. The B29s were all polished silver.
I'm going to check
because they needed to get them out.
Yep.
We're not painting it.
Weight.
Oh, weight too.
Weight, big deal. Yeah, big
Paint
deal.
weighs a lot.
Oh, yes, it does. When you're painting something of that size, yes, it does.
So we're bringing it to our office, which is 2821 Northup.
Don't come by today, by the way.
Not today.
Unless you're bringing lunch or something.
24th.
All right.
Are you hungry?
No, I already had my lunch. So that is next Saturday, the 24th. And by the way, if you want to send us a note about it, can't you go online?
Just go to the Talking Real Money road trip page where it says Learn More and send a link through that. That'll come right to me.
Yeah, okay.
Send a note
You already
to me.
had somebody you talked to about it already. So.
Yes, we have already talked to somebody who's interested in buying it.
Yeah,
so.
Okay. And are you going with it when it's sold? Is this it? Somebody else gets custody?
Somebody else gets custody.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think
I've been negotiating a long time, as you know, for that.
I think Debbie said, we're old and I really like the Weston.
I see. Guess what? Speaking of spending a lot on housing, there you go. So,
yeah, that would be, it's a lot more expensive than camping in a campground in the Airstream.
I believe it.
I'm having mixed emotions. But yeah, go to talkingrealmoney.com for all kinds of things. Anyway, it's a great place. You go there and you can meet with one of our advisors for free. No obligation, no high pressure sales pitch. You can also, by the way, you can listen to the podcast. Somebody asked yesterday.
Click on listen.
Somebody asked yesterday, how do I hear the podcast? You were already on the website. Talking Real Money.
The opinions and views expressed in this podcast were current on the date recorded. Opinions, estimates, forecasts, and statements of financial market trends that are based on current market conditions constitute our judgment and are subject to change without notice, including any forward-looking estimates or statements which are based on certain expectations and assumptions.
Although information and opinions given have been obtained from or based on sources believed to be reliable, no warranty or representation is made as to their correctness, completeness, or accuracy.
Information presented on the podcast is not personalized investment advice from Appella Wealth. The views and strategies described may not be suitable for everyone. This podcast does not identify all the risks, direct or indirect, or other considerations which might be material to you when entering any financial transaction. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and profitable results cannot be guaranteed. We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for informational, educational, and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. The podcast is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Appella Wealth, a fee-only registered investment advisor.
Please see Appella Wealth's ADV Part 2A on our website for information regarding Appella's fees and services.
Appella Capital, LLC, DBA Appella Wealth, is an investment advisory firm registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The firm only transacts business in the states where it is properly registered or excluded or exempt from registration requirements. Registration with the SEC or any state securities authority does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Appella does not provide tax or legal advice, and nothing either stated or implied here should be inferred as providing such advice. Thanks for listening, and please visit TalkingRealMoney.com for more information and important disclosure related to performance of any specific index or fund quoted in this podcast. I think I need a nap.